Welcome back to another episode of City Speak, where we give listeners an insider's view of what local leadership in America means today and features conversations with government leaders and policy experts regarding the biggest issues and challenges facing America's cities, towns, and villages. At City Summit 2025 in Salt Lake City, Louisville Councilmember Kevin Kramer addressed local leaders as the incoming NLC president. Councilmember Kramer shared his experience as a teacher, council member, and growing up in Louisville. He also outlines his platform for NLC in the coming year. Enjoy Councilmember Kramer's City Summit main stage message to local leaders.
Hello, City Summit. It's great to see all of you here. I see lots of old faces of friends of mine. I see faces of folks that I just met, my new friends, and folks that I look forward to meeting. What I actually see when I look out there, you guys, is leaders, problem solvers. I see a hall full of committed public servants who have come together to share ideas, to grow their networks, and to become even better at what they do. And that's what City Summit is all about. I want to give a big thank you to Clarence Anthony, our CEO and Executive Director, and his entire NLC team. For bringing us together for this vital conversation. They've worked tirelessly to pull off this terrific summit. So one more time, let's give Team NLC a big round of applause. I also want to thank Mayor Erin Mendenhall and her folks here in beautiful Salt Lake City for rolling out the red carpet for us. Thank you, Madam Mayor. And I'm especially grateful to my friend Steve Patterson, the mayor of the great city of Athens, Ohio, for his leadership as NLC president. Steve's vision and skill have positioned NLC to be a powerful advocate for the communities we all call home. It's been a real pleasure to work with Steve, and I know he'll continue to be a tremendous asset to NLC and to all of our members. Thank you again, Mayor Patterson. Now, many of you in the audience have known me for quite a while, but I'm meeting some of you for the first time. So, while I've got the mic and a captive audience, let me tell you a little bit about myself and what brings me to this work. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, born and raised. My family lived in a part of southeastern Louisville called Hikes Point. Now, I come from a big family. I'm the middle of 9. Let that sink in. You heard that right. I grew up with 2 older brothers, 2 older sisters, 2 younger brothers, and 2 younger sisters. You can't get much more middle than that. So you could say that from a young age, I had to learn to be a consensus builder. I'm grateful to be married to Julie, my incredible wife, who's here today. And we couldn't be prouder of our 2 children, Matthew and Megan, who have grown into remarkable people, each giving back to their communities in their own ways. My beautiful wife, Julie, and daughter, Megan, are here, and her husband is here joining us, and we're really grateful to have them. Any of us who are in this kind of work understand that we could not possibly be successful if it weren't for the support systems we have at home. My wife and children have been incredible. Understandably, my son Matthew, who I wish was here, is back home in Lexington. He had to teach yesterday and will be teaching again Monday, so I'll share with him my thanks when I get home. Now, I've lived in Louisville my whole life. As a matter of fact, in the same zip code. And that city, that community, has shaped me to the person that I am. For more than 35 years, I've taught history in high school and theology. And for most of that time, I've also served on Louisville's Metro Council. And you know, when I think about it, serving on the council is a lot like teaching high school. You occasionally have to deal with cliques and adolescent drama. Mostly, honestly, I just hope they've done their homework. But in reality, what I find so rewarding about both my jobs is the chance to connect with people on a personal level. and to get to see the very real positive effect our work has on people's lives. Teaching is not a one-way street, and neither is governing. In both, I always try to engage others in a conversation, I ask questions, I try to listen, and I hope that together we can work toward a greater understanding. That's the approach I bring to National League of Cities as well. I've actually been coming to NLC events since before I was even sworn in as an elected official. An outgoing Louisville alderman named Barbara Gregg was a huge help to me in my first election. And after I won, she said, "Kevin, I'm going to the National League of Cities. You have to go with me." And I said, "Barbara, I don't even know what that is." But I'm glad I listened to her. She brought me to my first summit right here in Salt Lake City. And before I was even sworn in as a local leader, I was learning how to be one at NLC. From those very first years, I've come to deeply appreciate how much NLC offers local leaders like me. It's not just the trainings and resources, although these are indispensable. It's not just the advocacy in Washington, although that has delivered wins for our cities, towns, and villages again and again and again. But more than anything, it's the people. It's you. Through NLC, I benefit and my city benefits every time I meet somebody from another city who has a different perspective on issues that we all face. And so today, I couldn't be more proud to be back here in Salt Lake City, where my NLC journey began, working arm in arm with such talented leaders from across the country. So as your next president of the National League of Cities, friends, I am fired up for the year ahead. As you know, 2026 marks the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, the founding of our nation. As a history teacher, I'm keenly aware of the role that local governments and leaders have played in shaping American society. I'm excited for this chance to celebrate the people and services that make our local communities great places to live, work, and play. And I promise I won't use the word sesquicentennial too much. To commemorate this historic milestone, NLC is joining forces with other leading civic nonprofits to highlight the rich stories of local government through Local Gov 250 initiative. You'll hear more about it from us as the effort kicks off, and you can learn more about it at localgov250.org. In the coming year, NLC will work harder than ever to advance for and protect the interests of cities, towns, and villages. We do this in three ways. First, driving innovative solutions, influencing federal policy, and strengthening local leadership. And NLC empowers you to deliver for your residents, because local government delivers. We want to help you deliver high-quality services in a cost-effective manner. That deserves applause. Government that improves life for its people is government that squeezes the most out of every dollar to provide efficient and robust public services without overburdening taxpayers. And these days, that's going to include effectively integrating emerging technologies like AI into our systems, putting digital innovation to work for every resident. We want to help you deliver the conditions to help your communities thrive. That means taking an all-hands-on-deck approach to addressing housing needs. That means finding ways to invest in the production and maintenance of much-needed infrastructure for health and connectivity for your residents. And it means promoting successful strategies that spur workforce development, downtown revitalization, and the cultivation of new tech industries and innovation hubs. And we want to help you deliver something only local leaders can: the sense of place that makes our communities home. You play a unique part in pulling your communities together. This is especially true during disaster response. In times of crisis or tragedy, our people look to us for answers, guidance, and comfort. My community of Louisville tragically lost 14 lives in the terrible UPS plane crash earlier this month. I want to take a moment to recognize the exceptional partnership of our mayor in Louisville, Craig Greenberg. He worked hand in hand with our Metro Council, with state emergency services, with federal officials and others to swiftly ensure the safety of the public. And impressively, he had the airport reopen in less than 24 hours. Local leaders can also offer a different model of civic engagement than the growing polarization we see too often in our national politics. Working so closely with our neighbors, we know that we're actually more alike than we are different. Our issues are the same issues, our struggles the same struggles, and in the end, a lot of our solutions are going to be similar solutions. My friends, these are areas where I believe NLC can be the most relevant and where NLC can do the most good in the coming year and beyond. Relevant to the important policy debates in Washington and relevant to the important progress that you all seek to make back home. I look forward to seeing that progress firsthand when I visit your communities. And I look forward to hearing your ideas as you engage with NLC and help to shape our agenda. Look, I know your job as a local leader is getting harder every year. I see it too. You may have also heard Clarence say things like, the easy part is getting elected, the hard part is governing. But I know that faced with some of the toughest challenges of our time, from economic whirlwinds to health crisis to severe weather and plane and rail crashes, local public servants like you have always risen to the occasion. And NLC has been right there beside you every step of the way. At Mercy Academy, the school in Louisville where I've taught for 28 years, we have a set of guiding principles that we offer our students. It's called the Mercy Creed. And part of that says that we encourage our students to be well-educated and self-disciplined, enriched by diversity, compassionate and generous, able to lead and willing to serve. We recite that creed every morning. My friends, you are here today because each of you embodies that spirit of leadership. Please know that National League of Cities is your partner in challenging and uncertain times. Please know that through the National League of Cities, you have a ready and engaged network of colleagues and professionals to lean on and to partner with. Let's work together to deliver for every community in America. Thank you for all that you do. I look forward to the next year and the work we will accomplish together. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks for listening to City Speak with Clarence Anthony. If you like this show, let us know. Share this episode with your friends and make sure to subscribe. We're curious to hear what you think, what you want more of, and how we can improve. If you have feedback or an idea for a guest you'd like Clarence to sit down with, send us your thoughts at cityspeakpodcast@nlc.org. Join us next month for a new episode. Like and subscribe here or wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time.